Hi, welcome to TSA, Tutor Success Academy. A lot of people come to Tutor Success Academy, whether sending me a message or in the cohort itself in our course, and they ask, do I really have to have a business bank account? So what do you think? Do you really need one? If you're just starting a tiny little tutoring business, if you're not ready to go big yet, I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why the answer is yes. Yes, you need a business bank account. Now, the cool thing about running a tutoring business is that there's a very low barrier to entry, right? You can just get started tomorrow. You can get started next week. All you need is 1 client, and there you go. You are now a sole proprietor. You are a business, right? So this conversation is more for the folks out there who are starting a tutoring business or have a small practice right now, and we are not talking to people who have registered their businesses or an S-Corp or anything like that. We are talking to many tutors who just get started kind of moonlighting, like kind of as a side gig, right? So let's talk about why you would want a business bank account, right? Even if it's a lot easier just maybe kind of write things down, right? In a notebook or a different spreadsheet. So first, it legitimizes your business as a business to the IRS. So the IRS likes to see that you have an actual business with a business bank account, okay? And so if you ever get audited, it's going to be a lot easier to prove that those are business expenses if they are coming into your or going out of your business bank account. Now, we make sure that we try not to give tax advice, legal advice, financial advice beyond how to help you earn money in your business and how to build those foundations. But we always suggest that you talk to a pro when it comes to things like taxes and like planning long-term financials and things like that, right? But we did have a CPA come into the members club, which is it's a group for graduates of Tutor Success Academy that they can choose to join and continue learning with us. And we brought a CPA in, and her answer was unequivocally yes. The IRS wants to see that you have a business bank account, because when you are itemizing your expenses at the end of the year when it's tax time, right, you want to show that these were actually used for business purposes. And if all of your income comes into your business bank account and all of your expenses are processed through that same bank account, that is a sign that you are a real business, okay? So number 1, do it to keep the IRS happy, right? Number 2, it's just easier to keep up with your expenses. So in the beginning, you might not have a lot of expenses. You might not even have a lot of income. And that's okay. We do know tutors that just have a personal account and they just keep a separate spreadsheet or a separate notebook where they kind of keep everything that all the money coming in, all the money going out, right? But if you have a business bank account, it is all in one place, okay? So it's just easier knowing that everything that went through this account, every debit charge, every check that was written, every form of payment, everything that comes into this account is solely for business purposes, because you're going to keep it that way, right? And then there's no commingling of expenses. So when you have a personal account, right, that you're also using for business purposes, you know, sometimes it's going to get a little hard to differentiate that this Target purchase was for groceries, this Target purchase was for clothes, and this Target purchase was for office supplies, and it's for business, right? It kind of all looks the same. So if you put it all in your business bank account, it's going to be just so much easier to keep up with things. You'll be able to see how much you're spending. You'll be able to see how much is coming in. It just makes it easier for everybody. So not only is it good for the IRS, but it's good for you too. And number 3, and this is a big one that you probably don't even think about. Having a business bank account, it signals to you, to yourself, that you are a business owner, right? It's that one of those first things that you can do to signal to yourself that you are a business owner. Now, why does this matter, right? If you're starting a business, you know you're a business owner. Not necessarily. We talk to a lot of teachers, and it is very hard to make that switch from being an educator to being an educator who owns a business. And a business owner has to do things like have conversations about their fees and have conversations about raising their fees and what to charge and feeling okay with charging because they're running a business, right? And so it is very hard for a lot of educators to switch from teacher mode where you do everything above and beyond and you know you're not going to get paid for it, to running a business and understanding that your business has to earn money. Your business has to keep you afloat, right? It has to do whatever it is that is your reason for starting a business. And when you have a business bank account, that's one of those first things you can do to tell yourself, I am a real business. And when you know that you are a real business owner, and when you know that you are looking at things from a business owner perspective and not just an educator perspective, this helps you when it's time to create policies, when it's time to decide, what are you going to do when families cancel? What are you going to do when families are late? What are you going to do as far as like how you're going to charge and how people are going to pay, if you're using a tuition model or if you're just letting people pay when they can? When you make all these decisions for your business, right, at that point, we're not thinking like an educator so much. We have to kind of keep the business in mind. And this is a step that you can take to remind yourself and get yourself in that mindset of being a business owner. And it is a hard leap to make when you have spent your entire life being an educator, and especially when you spent your entire life being an educator that, let's face it, is not always really valued as far as the expertise you bring and the money that you earn, right? So we've kind of spent our whole lives thinking that we're not supposed to earn a good living, that we only do it because we love kids, and we do love kids. But as a business owner, you also need to make sure that you are meeting those monetary goals. A business bank account will help you keep up with it, but it will also be that reminder every time you're interacting with that bank account, every time somebody writes you a check written out to your business, that will remind you that you are a legitimate business owner, and you can actually put on that hat and you can make decisions from that place of educator and business owner coming together. Now, when it is time for you to open your business bank account, again, we're assuming that you are a sole proprietor, that you, as soon as you get that very first payment for tutoring, right, you are automatically a sole proprietor. You don't have to do anything. It simply means that you are earning money you know, on your own, and your business and yourself are not really separated, but you do have business income. And so you're a sole proprietor, right? As a sole proprietor, you can go to the bank and open up your business bank account, and you can do it 2 different ways, okay? So one, you can go ahead and open up a business bank account under your name. So it would still be under your name, but it would be a business account. The other thing you can do is to open up a business account under your business name, okay? This is called a DBA, doing business as. And so if you have not gone to the steps of like incorporating your business or doing any of those things, if you're still in those earlier stages, or even if you're not, if you're still a sole proprietor, once you have your business name, you can go to the bank and you can open up a bank account, and it's your name, doing business as your business name. And this would mean that your checks, your cards, like your credit cards, debit cards, all of those things would have your business name on them. It means that clients can write you a check, or you can get a check from businesses, or however that works, right? If the school system has to send you a check for some reason, they could write it out to your business name and it would get deposited into your business account. So to get a DBA, you just need to go to, I don't know exactly the name of the office, I don't remember, it's been a while, but in your local government, like I think mine was somewhere down in the courthouse, right? You go and you register your business name, and then you get like a certificate that says that you're now doing business as this business name. You'll need to bring that certificate, that completed thing that they give you, they print out for you, you will bring that to the bank, and that's what they will use to open up your bank account. So feel free to just like Google DBA in and your county or your city. That should get you what you need. So if anybody asks you, or if you've been wondering, do I really need a business bank account? Yes, because of the IRS. Yes, because it's easier for you to keep up with expenses. And yes, because it signals that you are taking yourself seriously as a business owner. So let me know, do you have a business bank account, or are you doing things in a little bit of a different way? What's keeping you from getting a business bank account? I'd love to know. Thanks for joining us.